Hi, third graders. Today we are learning quantity difference, or what we call comparison diagrams. When you want to find the difference between two numbers. Remember, we've been talking about sum. Sum means add, and difference means subtract. Remember, keywords are how much more does somebody have? How much less? That means about the same thing. Both of these tell us that we're going to find the numbers in between, which is finding difference. Now I want you to notice something about this box. This box is bigger because when we subtract numbers, we need the big number to be on top and the small quantity or amount on the bottom. The difference is what we're going to be looking for. So the bigger number always goes into the bigger box. I try to remember that. Now, remember that when we are doing problem solving, you always want to highlight what you know. Then figure out, what am I trying to figure out? Am I going to add, subtract, multiply, divide, or draw a picture to figure out the answer? Then I need to be able to write a number model and check. Think, does my answer make sense? Okay, let's get started on the lesson today. You will need your math journal. Okay, and you are going to open your math journal to page 42. And we are going to do page 42 together. You are also going to need a student reference book. Since you don't have that at home, I've made a slide for you, and we'll be able to see that information right up here on the screen. All right, so because up here it says use the map on page 220 of the student reference book to answer the questions. So here's the student reference book. All right, let's get started. I'm going to try to make this bigger so that you can see it a little bit better. All right, let's get started. I like using a highlighter because I can highlight the information that I know. All right, so what is the difference between the normal high and the normal lows for San Francisco? All right, San Francisco is in California. So if we look on the map over here, we see San Francisco right here. And I can see that the high is 66 and the low is 50. So what I'm going to do is I am going to right up here, remember the big number goes in the bigger box. I'm going to write 66 up here. My other quantity or the amount was 50. And then this little circle up here means degrees. Okay. Now I'm trying to find the difference. Okay. So that's why I put the question mark there. All right, let's find the difference. I like to write it like this. Sometimes you can do mental math with these. More on the top. No need to stop. 6 minus 5, 1. The difference between the high temperature and the low temperature in San Francisco is 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, these numbers are close together, so I'm thinking, does my answer make sense? Yes, because these numbers are close together, the difference wouldn't be that big. All right, let's go on to the next one. I'm going to change to my highlighter tool, and let's see what we know. What is the difference between the normal high temperature and the low temperature for Seattle? Seattle is in Washington, different than Washington, D.C., right up here. All right, you see it way up here in the corner of the United States, and it says the high is 63 and the low is 46. So remember, big box, 63, 46, and we're looking for the difference. All right, so I'm going to stack them up on top of each other because that's what we do. I don't like to write my number model side by side. Oh my goodness, more on the floor. Go next door. Get 10 more. I like to just write a 1 in the tens place. Now I'm going to subtract 13 minus 6. Say 13 in your head and count back 6. Otherwise, use your mental math. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 5 minus 4. They're only 1 away. 17 degrees. That's not that much difference than San Francisco. Down here, we're going to skip this part today. just because it's a little hard to read all of these. But what it wants you to find is you could pause the video or use the slide and just find the differences in the temperature in Minneapolis. Find the difference of temperatures in Honolulu. Oh, yes. Wouldn't it be nice to go there right now? How about Anchorage, Alaska? You could find the difference in their high and low temperature there, too. All right, that's the lesson for today. Remember, sum means add, difference means subtract. I know you're going to get sick of me saying that, but it's important you know that. Have a great day. Practice your math facts.